can print that, where you talked about suppression and censorship in foreign countries.
Yes.
And especially the role of the press in failing to uncover and reveal the links between William Randolph Hearst and Hitler, the role of the Reader's Digest and the rest. You might be able to elaborate on those points.
I never met Hearst, by the way, but his chief lieutenant in Europe was von Wiegand, Carl von Wiegand. We used to play poker, thank God for von Wiegand. When we were getting, I was getting $50 a week salary. I never got more than 60 from the colonel. Everybody else was getting 100 to 125. That was good foreign pay those days. Because the colonel figured out they all want to live in Europe, have a good time, living is cheap, give them European wages. The people on the Paris edition itself got 25 a week. People like Shirer and Sheehan, Vincent Sheehan and others, you see, some of them who became noted writers afterwards. Jolas, who started Transition, these were all 20. Oh, Henry Miller, who, you know, he was the proofreader for the Tribune, 25 a week they all got. Well, anyway, Carl von Wiegand got $375 a week from Hearst. He got 100 from the Cosmopolitan, 100 from the INS, 100 from the Hearst Service, 100 from the Knickerbocker Press. I don't know, the different Hearst organizations. I know he was $375 for this reason. We would play poker. He was the worst poker player I ever met because he had to be in every pot. So at the end, he would take out one of his checks, you see. So I kept noticing. He would say, I owe $75 tonight. So divide this among you and take out a $75 check. Or take out a $100 check. If anybody got $25, you divide this among you, see. So Hearst magazine, the Hearst magazine was called the Hearst International, I think, at that time. Big magazine. Bigger than Cosmopolitan one time. Well, anyway, so he got that. Well, in 1934, and this is the story that Ambassador Dodd, well, I met Ambassador Dodd. I was a friend of his son and daughter, William Dodd Jr. and his daughter Martha. I still write to Martha. She's living in Czechoslovakia. Well, anyway, the idea was this. Hearst, a meeting was arranged by von Wiegand at one of the spas, like, wherever, not Karlsbad, that's in Czechoslovakia. You know, the Bad, Karlsbad. No, Karlsbad is Czechoslovakia. One of the spas, you see. Hearst was there. Hamstangl was there. You know, Putzi Hamstangl, who was the sort of press chief for Hitler. And a contract was drawn up by which the Hearst News Service was sold to the German papers for $400,000 a year. Now, this is now in the libel suit afterwards with a magazine called Friday, owned by a man named Gilmore. The charge is made that in no country in the world has Hearst ever gotten more than 75,000. That's one, but most of them are 40 and 50,000 a year for his complete news service. That the other $360,000 was a bribe. Well, that is merely what a lawyer says. But what you can find in pictures in this book is that within a month or two after this contract was made, you will find, and I have photostats of it, Goering and Goebbels and people like that having full pages favoring Nazism appearing in the Hearst Sunday Supplement magazines. You see, that's what I mean. If it wasn't a bribe, what was it? And then, of course, here they are. There are the pictures for you. And then Mr. Hearst wrote an editorial, signed it with his own name, in which he says that Hitler has revived the great spirit of the old German people, and they'll be a great nation again, and all like that, in favor of Hitler. I mean, I don't say that he went on and said the thing to do now is to massacre the Jews or invade Poland, and you see,